Hello YouTube, I'm Natanis Likens. How are y'all doing today? Today, I want to come at you with another review. I just finished watching all of Agatha All Along. It is, I don't want to say it's the latest, I forgot when it actually came out, but it is the most recent Marvel thing that I've watched. I'll put it to you like that. And I wanted to give my my 2 cents on it. So sit back, prepare for a lot of spoilers. Be warned, there's a lot of spoilers. And if you're of a certain mindset, just go ahead and click off the video. I don't want you watching anyway. So with that being said, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to go ahead and click off the video. Go find some garbage to watch. Yeah, don't just go away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, Agatha All Along. It is a direct sequel of specifically Wanda Vision. It doesn't really have much to do with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It actually has a lot more to do with the aftermath of Wanda Vision, and it kind of follows a couple of characters from that series. One of them is a returning character that was just kind of a surprise, doesn't last very long. She dies really quickly in the series. And then one of them is kind of a surprise. We'll get to that in a second, but the main focus of the entire series is Agatha Harkness and her return to power, sort of. There's a few things going good for it, and then I want to go ahead and get the bad out of the way. So with that being said, I do want to give my rating, my rating of it real quick. So I am going to give it a 4 out of 10. And the only saving grace on it is the story and the acting is actually really good. That should be all that really matters, but, and I'm going to throw this out here, and you can skip a few seconds ahead because I'm going to keep it really, really short. I'm getting really damn tired of the woke horse crap that Hollywood is throwing at us in the entertainment industry. Okay, there was a lot of scenes of one of the characters being a faggot that were not necessary to the story. There is no reason to have that in there whatsoever. There was more tension between 2 female characters as well that is kind of borderline. It's a little bit different, but the flat out display of 2 gay teenagers was absolutely disgusting. It didn't need to be in there. They also included a hidden image again in one of their TV shows of transsexuals. There was a trans pride flag prominently displayed in an episode. There was also a gay flag prominently displayed. Hollywood, I'm getting freaking tired of it. Keep it out of this crap. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. I'm absolutely over it. Like this, there's no reason whatsoever to have this crap in there. It has no business in the story at all. It adds nothing to the story. Nothing. Zip. Zero. Nothing. And you guys have been pushing it for far too damn long, okay? I have had enough of it. With that being said, let's get on into Agatha and my actual thoughts on the series as a whole. Because like I said, I did like the story. The story was really good. So the story picks up 3 years after the events of WandaVision. So Wanda is... It borderlines on telling us that Wanda is dead right from the get-go to we don't know where Wanda is. She's either dead or she's just missing. Considering the way that Agatha is able to break out of the spell, it kind of implies that Wanda is dead. And this is it's kind of normal for a lot of things that deal with the occult or even magic in general, that if a person dies, a hex, a spell, or some kind of curse or binding weakens after their death. So with that being said, it does really imply that Wanda Maximoff is dead after the events of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And that's kind of where it picks up, is we find Agatha still stuck in her mental fog of whatever Wanda did to her, which sounds like she didn't force a set thing on her. She just kind of scrambled her mind. And like right from the get-go, the very first episode, we see what is going on with her. She breaks loose right away. And the rest of the story is basically the fact that a group of witches is coming after her. I am going to keep a few details hidden, but there is a reason why this group of witches is after her. However, because of her altercation with Wanda Maximoff, she has no power whatsoever. She's got to get her power back. So this is where the journey really starts kicking off, and we go looking around for other characters to join a coven to access what is known as the Witch's Road. So the entire storyline is about her trying to get down the Witch's Road along with her coven of witches in order to claim whatever prize it is they are after. Some of the characters' prizes include finding out what they are meant to do, getting their power back, or removing a curse, or figuring out who that person is. One of the big reveals, and this is one of the big spoilers I'm going to give, is that the young man that has freed Agatha from her imprisonment under Wanda is actually Billy Maximoff, sort of. They don't really tell us exactly what's going on there. All I can say for certain is that after the events as the events are ending, Billy somehow reaches out to an accident nearby Westview, right as a young man is dying. They clearly show this. He dies, and Billy takes over his body. That's how Billy is able to survive. This should not be of any surprise if you know what they are planning to do in the future of the MCU. One of the things that they are hoping to do, I don't know if they are still going to do it. It does appear as if, because all the pieces are arranged, they are going to introduce the Young Avengers. I don't remember what the full cast of Young Avengers are, or who. I know Kate Bishop is one of them, and I believe Ironheart is also one of them, and then one other character that was, Miss Marvel, I think. I actually don't know that much about the Young Avengers, but they are part of it. Then the other two are Billy and Tommy. I don't remember what Tommy's superhero name is, but Billy's superhero name is Wiccan. So that's where we get to the second major point of this series. This is an introduction, a second origin story, if you can have a second origin story within the same series, of Wiccan. Where did Wiccan come from? We already got that information. He came from Wanda and Wanda Vision. So Agatha All Along also tells us where he comes from in a different strain. And this also is going to resolve the issue of where is Tommy. So basically it's a origin story for these two characters and showing where they came from and how they're going to be in Young Avengers if Young Avengers still becomes a thing. So that is a major part of the story. So again, if you are to this point, sorry, I've spoiled a lot right there. There's only 9 episodes, so don't kick yourself over it. It is actually really cool to see that happen and everything until they start getting to some of his backstory and you're just like, what the fuck is this? That's where I start having a major problem with the series and why I'm only giving it a 4. That information, not necessary to the story, didn't add anything, it's absolute garbage. But the rest of it is basically this group half trusting, half not trusting Agatha as they go through the road. And I'm not going to spoil exactly what the road is or where it came from or what it does for these people, But I will say that it is a major surprise and also not a surprise considering some of the facts. Now, the other problem I have with it is I don't know that much about Agatha. I don't know that much about Billy and Tommy or much about the occult within the Marvel Universe. It's not something I really look into. It's not something that I actually enjoy. So a lot of that I don't really know how to take. I don't know how close Agatha's story arc is to the source material. I have no idea if Agatha does in fact do what she does in the story. I do remember something about Agatha sacrificing herself for Wanda's kids, but I'm not entirely sure if that's right. A little bit of a spoiler there too, but again, if you're here watching this still, you're going to get spoilers. So basically you just watch these characters go about and find out more and more information. I will say that another saving grace for it is they finally introduced a character that should have been there the moment we saw Thanos. Way, way, way back in 1998 or something? I really don't even remember when the Marvel Universe kicked off. But we get Death. She's finally here. She's finally on the scene. We should have had her a long time ago. She should have been part of Deadpool. She should have been part of the Avengers as they were half dealing with Thanos, half not. A lot of the events were caused by Thanos. So Death should have been there somewhere all along. We finally got Death. And oh my gosh, she looks good. The makeup, the hair, how they went about dressing some of these characters looks really good. I cannot fault that at all. The major fault is all the garbage Hollywood keeps shoving down our throats. So, with that being said, I half recommend watching Agatha all the way, just so that you understand where Billy and Tommy come from when they show up in Young Avengers, assuming that Young Avengers ends up becoming a reality. But until then, yeah, I give it a 4 out of 10, simply because quit shoving that crap down our throat, Hollywood. Stop it. I've had enough. Until then, everybody, take care of yourself, and I will see you later, and God bless.